Yes.
Please. Okay. Two-part. Other than French, do you speak any other language fluently?
No, I don't speak French fluent. I speak sort of like conversational French, and my German is, I call it survival German. So it's in hotels and another beer, please, and that kind of stuff. But it will get better when I do the gigs in German.
My second part would have been, had you done your show in any other language other than French? I've seen it in French, but
No, I thought French was good enough for a start. Not that it was good, because that gig isn't terribly good. The gig on the I just put it down because I kept saying I've done gigs in French, and people would go, yes, right. And it was too weird, and so I'd have to repeat it. And I say, no, I do gigs in the French language. And they go, oh yes, I know you do a little bit at the end of your show that it's in French. I said, no, the whole thing is in French. So you don't have to slap people with it. And then they go, really? You know, and so I thought, I'll video it, and then I could say it there. And but it's kind of schoolboy French and whatever. But you know, if I go to France for, say, I'd say after a month of doing it in France, at this point in my life, it would be a piece of entertainment. I think 2 months in Germany, I could make it a piece of entertainment. Up to that time, it would be sort of curious and experimental and interesting and funny, maybe because I'm fucking up all the time. Sorry?
Did you pull for Germany today?
No, I didn't want Germany to win because I wanted Turkey to win because they're trying to come into the European Union, and Germany keeps winning things in football, you know. So.
Thank you.
You know, and they win 1-3-2. You know, we weren't even in it, the English. So I get terribly English-centric whenever football comes along. But anyway, yeah.
Well, I'm German. Thank you.
Oh, you're German. So, oh well, choose. Yes.
I'm a big fan of you and all things British. If you were offered the chance to play Doctor Who, would you take it?
Well, I mean, if the riches wasn't there, then at this point, what David Tennant's done with it, I think, yes, it's got to a very interesting place, and the production values used to be in a different place when I did it. But now it's got to a much more, the quality scripts and they obviously have a budget. I've been watching it quite carefully, and they do, because they have a certain amount to use on their CGI, and so they use it very, very cleverly. Like they had certain spaceships attacking at night, so you just had to show explosions on either model or CGI, but it wasn't so expensive to do. So they're clever with how they're doing it, and they're keeping the money on the screen. So, yes, I would, but it wasn't, I never put myself up for it. Tom Baker put me up for it, which is, because he's the greatest Doctor Who ever. And he actually put me up because I was a transvestite. He thought that was interesting. And it is really, in the future, it's got to be, unless the world blows up, it's got to be that, people, alternative sexuality people are just out there and penny and everyone's, alternative sexuality. It's going to be no big deal in hopefully 100 years, 200 years. Sorry? Equal clothing rights. Exactly. So that was where that came from. But yes, we'll see. But I'm not pushing for it, and they're not asking me. So yes, show on that.
I was wondering what the biggest difference between audiences here in the States and audiences in Europe are.
No huge difference. I do notice that people in America will stand up and applaud quicker than they will in London. You can't get them in their seats without a hook and sorry?
That one's different.
What is?
That one's different.
How do you mean?
Versus America. You said Sacatarkle goes down like a lead balloon in America.
Oh, right, was that something? Oh, yes, well, no, yeah. No, I don't mean that. No, I mean just oh, yes, I see the difference. But no, the references are different. But he's talking really about the actual, how the audience react, I think, as opposed to references. And I have noticed that because I'm talking to the more socially progressive-minded people around the world, that we're all the same. Because if you think about it, the alternative audiences, the more open-minded audiences, they're already looking at Discovery Channel, History Channel, all religions, ideas, what did Marco Polo do, all this kind of stuff. And you can read about Marco Polo here, or, back in Italy where he came from, or in China, and so all those mindsets link up. Mainstream America will link up mainly with mainstream stuff in America. And if you get mainstream Britain and mainstream America, they don't quite link up necessarily because they say, well, you know a lot of British stuff, and we, you know, and mainstream France and mainstream Germany, they're all separate. So it's the alternative mindsets link up, and it's like REM when they play in all these different places, they probably link up with the alternative audiences, and they all dig it around the world. So I haven't noticed a massive difference, but American audiences do stand up and applaud, which is really nice. With Britain, they just what they want. You have to explode your stomach. Boom, and then they go, and they still wouldn't get up. They go, oh, he's exploded his stomach.